if you got 5 million pesos, you get your money back in like in 3 months, 4 months. Morning everyone. So it's almost 6 o'clock. I gotta go in for the weekly meeting today, and yeah, we'll see how the day goes. We'll see how the day goes today. I didn't even check how many jobs I have today. With all this hard work that you know, a lot of people do, sometimes you leave when it's dark and you get back when it's dark. I am waiting. I'm the second guy here. I am waiting for I guess the managers to arrive. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see me. This is like a movie shot right here. I hope you like that video, or whatever little insight I can give you. Being a Filipino American and everything like that, it's just very different for me. Obviously, I have my hardships running business in the Philippines with competition and everything like that. But I don't know if I'm wrong by saying this, but I'm blessed to, I guess, come from the family I come from. Even though you have to understand when I mean my family, like being even a degree connected to some people, it kind of helps you along the way, right? So you know, for those of you who've really met me, I'm very open with stuff like that. Like, of course I have my hardships. I have, the hardships I face are basically capital. Like, like I don't have enough capital to compete with some people or whatever have you. So, but yeah, then again, when I say compete, I'm talking about these people who own or control certain industries in Dumaguete. You know what I'm saying? Like the pie within my family, it gets cut up so much. Whatever you have, it doesn't really mean anything. You know what I'm saying? You just rest on the fact that what your surname is. Sometimes, like, okay, you get introduced to certain people, and like right before I left the Philippines, a friend of mine who's a lawyer goes up to me. He's like, Gil, yo, we're about to take Sikihor by storm, doing this venture, and he tells me, yo, if you got 5 million pesos, you get your money back in like in 3 months, 4 months. I'm like, damn, I don't have 5 million pesos, man. And then I have other friends that do like, Gil, yo, you want to get in on this 20 million peso investment? I'm like, bro, I'm nowhere close to that situation right there. I would have to leverage so much stuff to get that money. And when I talk to my friends, some of them share stuff with me and things like that. But the only pride that I have is that I'm going off after my own investments. Because if you ever wonder what kissing the ring is, I don't know how it is in other cultures, but in the Asian culture, especially in the Philippines, or it could be in the Spanish culture too, whatever, there's a hierarchy of rule, right? So there's the executives, and then there's the managerial people, and then there's the employees. A lot of my friends are the managerial people. They can't make those decisions as I can in my little world. Gilser Vergara has his own world, Gilser Vergara's world. I take care of my little businesses, my wife and I, or our ventures. And then there's Gil Vergara and Elsa Vergara's world, which is my parents. And I'm just a manager there. I really don't have any say in that thing because it's theirs. And that's how most Filipino families work, right? You have to go move with the matriarch and patriarchs of the family. Now, that matriarch or patriarch could be your great-grandfather, or your grandfather, or your parents. So you got to kiss the ring. Friend of mine wanted to do a venture with me, and I said, sure, yeah, I got property, yeah, let's use it. I asked him frankly, like, yo, you're one of the, your family's one of the, if not the richest family in Dumaguete. He's like, yeah, but you know, if I were to do this business on one of one of the properties, he says, I don't own any property. My parents do, my grandparents do, my great-grandparents do, but I gotta ask everybody's permission if I can do it, and then they're gonna want to cut on everything. I came to realize that, like, damn, I'm really blessed, dude. I'm like, at least I went out, I broke away from my father's our corporation about 10, almost coming on 11 years. So with that said, I basically started from scratch. I never asked them for money. I just did my own thing. You know, my father put me through school, and then during school I got married. I had to come home abruptly because my mom had a tumor in her brain, so I had to come home just in case something happened to her. You know, around that time I said, me and my father don't really get along, you know, so when it comes to business, we can have a drink together, we can talk and eat, but when it comes to business, we don't get along. So I made sure, like, you know, if I ever get disowned, I have been disowned before, because I'm the black sheep of the family, I have to make sure that I can stand on my own. And now that I have a wife, when we just got married, I said, I gotta be able to do this on my own, man. I gotta support this lady, and then, you know, for our future family. So I started working hard, really working hard, and eventually bought a property, bought another property, this and that. And, you know, I went through stages of my family members trying to stop certain businesses that I do. I inevitably stopped kissing the ring. You know, it's just not my thing. Like, you know, my father didn't kiss the ring. He did his own thing, so maybe it's in our blood. I don't know. And I think most entrepreneurs have that mindset. Like, it's like when you start a business, at its core, one of those core values within that business is trying to prove something to someone. Whether it's to prove to the market that your product or service works, trying to prove your family members, your friends that you got something that's great. That's why entrepreneurs work so hard to make and nourish that baby of theirs. To all my friends, a lot of them are good people. They are good people, I mean, but they just can't move the way they really want to, right? And a lot of them I find are too scared to do their own thing, because it is very scary trying to do your own thing when you have been supported and coddled all your life. Yeah, you can imagine that. You can't learn independence that quick. They've been coddled. I'm talking about they have Yaya, Nina, everything is literally given to them. So for them to step out of that light, it's scary. So I understand that situation right there. So, you know, look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful right there. I think the managers are here already, so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I'm on to my first stop. Got 13 today. Not too bad. Everything about the job is proximity. It looks like it's pretty close, so it might be a short day for me, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. So I'm almost done with my run today. Early day, probably. I had a weird experience. I don't know if the guy was racist or for some reason he did not want me. He had issues inside. However, he didn't want me to do it. I'm like, oh, I can do it. I'm here already. Like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Can you just give me some stuff? And then I said, no, I can't do that. Yeah, man, that was a weird experience. That was a weird experience. I don't know. It's not the first time though, you know, it's happened to me before. I've had people that didn't even want to open the door for me. I'm like, oh, it is what it is, you know. You can't change everyone, but, you know, hopefully you can just run into all the good ones, you know. What's up, everyone? I am done. I met a fellow bully lover, bully owner. We talked about dogs, our bloodlines and things like that. That was fun. He had a beautiful dog though. Name Onyx. I situate myself here. Oh boy, look at that sun. But yeah, that was my day. Almost 10 hours. Look at those sun rays. The sun's setting. I don't know if you can see. Sun setting, traffic. Yeah, sun looks crazy. Look at it.